Hi guys, how are you doing? Professor MJ is back for yet another MLB betting pick for June 29. I feel bad because you guys got very unlucky yesterday. In total, I shared 5 betting tips to my members on the Patreon platform, whose combined record was 4-1. Unfortunately, the only loss occurred on the free pick I told you about, under 9 runs in the White Sox vs Angels game. By the way, some people have been asking whether the free pick is the strongest or the weakest pick of the day. The answer is neither of them. I choose one almost randomly, or I will go with one for which I have more interesting arguments backing the play. Or in the case of today's best bet, I chose it because it's the only one that will take place tonight, as opposed to this afternoon. Since I want more people to have time to be aware of my pick, I prefer to go with the night game. So, what were the 4 winning bets I shared with my paid members, you are asking? In baseball, we took the Nationals as slight favorites against the Pirates, a game in which Washington came out on top 3-1. We also grabbed the Cardinals at minus 139 odds against the Marlins in a 5-3 victory. Then we took a stab on the White Sox as underdogs in LA, whose final score was 11-4 in favor of Chicago. Finally, in the WNBA, I suggested to bet Minnesota as 2.5-point favorites, and they ended up destroying Dallas by 28 points. That being said, stay tuned for today's free MLB pick. For Wednesday, June 29, I am betting the Cincinnati Reds at plus 120 odds at the Chicago Cubs. First of all, the Reds have won 5 of their past 7 games at Wrigley Field. You will also be surprised to hear that Cincinnati is 6-2 over their past 8 road games, including trips to St. Louis and San Francisco. We are talking about 2 squads, the Reds and the Cubs, with very similar records and almost an identical run differential. So, under normal circumstances, since Chicago is at home, the odds should be around Cincinnati plus 110 versus Chicago minus 120. The current odds, which are skewed in Chicago's direction, seem to suggest that the Cubs have the edge in terms of the pitching matchup. However, I don't necessarily agree with that assessment. Let me give further explanations after this quick break. On the surface, it looks like Justin Steele is better than Hunter Green, since he has the lower ERA. Personally, I trust a lot more the WHIP statistic. It is a better indicator of future success. Green has a 1.36 WHIP versus 1.45 for Steele. Moreover, both hurlers have allowed 6 runs in their last outing, but Green was facing a tough Dodgers lineup, while Steele performed very poorly against a weak Pirates offense. After losing 7 straight games, the Reds seem to be getting their groove back. They won 2 games out of 3 against the Giants and now won the opening game of the series against the Cubs. I expect Cincy to continue building some momentum tonight at Wrigley Field, with the game set to begin at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This morning, I shared 3 MLB picks to my members on Patreon, and I could possibly add another one later in the day. If you are interested to receive all of my baseball picks, the cost is only $3.50 per day, and you don't have to commit for a full month. You can leave whenever you want, but hopefully you will stick in the long run, as most of the 367 members do. The link to my Patreon page is below in the video's description, and it gives you an opportunity to follow the picks of a university professor holding a PhD in statistics, who's been crushing online sportsbooks since 1999. I'm Professor MJ. Have a nice day, my friend.